Welcome to this new episode. Today I would like to talk about the dark side of being always connected. Are you trapped in a world of constant connection? According to the latest available data, the average person spends 6 hours and 40 minutes per day on screens connected to the internet. This is not including your workload. So when was the last time you sat in silence without checking your phone, emails, or messages? Just you, your thoughts, and the present moment. I will wait. As I can imagine, it was a long time ago. We live in a world where being connected 24/7 is the norm. Our phone are the first thing we check in the morning and the last thing we see before bed. We answer emails while eating, scrolling social media, waiting in line, and even checking notifications during conversation with friends or loved ones. But here's the truth. This constant connection is actually disconnecting us from life. We're overwhelmed, yet we can't stop scrolling. We feel drained, yet we pick up our phones to relax. We crave real connection, yet we default to screens interaction. This topic is hitting home as I have, or I hope to say I had, a bad addiction to my phone and social media. I've been scrolling social media every evening and it disturbed so much my sleep. So today I want to talk about how this cycle is negatively impacting us and more importantly, how we can break free and start living fully. As you probably know, being constantly connected brings some mental overload and anxiety. Our brains were not built to process endless notifications, emails, and content. Every time we switch tasks, like from a message to an email to a social feed, our brain loses focus and energy. Research shows that excessive screen time raises stress level by constantly keeping our minds on. This kind of constant stimulation means that we quickly come to need a new stimuli. We get used to seeing reality as a source of stimuli and surprises. So we struggle to focus our attention on any one thing, and this tsunami of information agitates our cognitive system. It means that we have a loss of attention related to a decline in our ability to concentrate. As Nicolas Carr pointed out in his book, The Shallows, what the internet is doing to our brains, the brain changes according to our experiences. Books, for example, can train the brain to deeply focus its attention on one task, while mobile devices encourage us to peek and hover over the surface of things without fully grasping them. When we receive information in large quantities, it stops being meaningful. When faced with an overwhelming amount of it, our brains react by blocking the information. But the discarded content does not disappear from our mind. Instead, it lingers, preventing us from figuring out what we are interested in and limiting our attention span. Have you ever caught yourself half listening to someone because you were checking your phone? I've done that all my life, I felt. We're missing real moments, conversations, experiences, even the quiet beauty of life because our attention is constantly divided. Think about the last time you had a great idea. It probably didn't happen while scrolling Instagram, right? True creativity happens in moments of stillness, when we give our mind space to wander and make new connections. But because we never unplug, we're blocking our best ideas from coming to life. My best idea so far from the podcast came at night when it was pitch dark, silence, and my mind could think about it. In today's world, many of us rely on social media platforms such as Facebook, X, YouTube, Instagram, you name them, to find and connect with each other. We are human beings. We're craving for social interaction. While each has its benefits, it's important to remember that social media can never be a replacement for real-world human connection. It requires in-person contact with others to trigger the hormones that alleviate stress and make you feel happier, healthier, and more positive. So all this technology designed to bring people closer together, spending too much time engaging with social media, can actually make you feel more lonely and isolated. And it increases mental health problems such as anxiety and depression. Social media makes us compare our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. The more we scroll, the more we feel like we are not doing enough, not successful enough, not happy enough, not beautiful enough. We are actually never enough on social media. And this brings what? Self-doubt, frustration, and even imposter syndrome. We need to break this cycle, but how do we do that? In order to recover attention, first, the brain needs to take a break and find time and space where it can be free from constant noise. Adults, who generally have better willpower, critical thinking skills, and perception of time and organization, can make the effort to find these much needed spaces to focus attention. Children, on the other hand, have not yet acquired these behavior strategies and run the risk of never recovering their attention spans. So if we give children and teenagers access to digital devices before they have developed these skills too early, we can give them their attention free rein to wander, and it will then become harder and harder for them to focus on a task for the necessary amount of time. So here are a few powerful ways to take back control of your attention and energies. Set digital boundaries. When I'm working on a project and I know that I don't need my phone, I will leave my phone upstairs and stay in my office with no phone. It's what I call a no phone zone. It can be as well during meals, before bed, or first thing in the morning. Try leaving your phone in another room for a few hours and see how it changes your focus. Then it's time to embrace boredom. Let's be honest, boredom is not terrible, it's not a bad thing. And silence too. Boredom, it's where creativity and ideas are born. So don't hesitate to sit in silence. Go for a walk without your phone. Drive in silence. I've done it many times recently and it helped me a lot to restructure my day and think about things that happen during the day. Stop jumping between apps, it's exhausting. Instead, give your brain the space to focus on one thing at a time. Replace screen time with joyful activities. Reading, if you don't like reading, go for a run. If you don't like running, face-to-face conversation, go to the pub. Just enjoy, just talk to someone or do something that you like. You don't need to scroll down all the time. And if social media has become an addiction and your level of anxiety, depression going through the roof, you need to change your habits. A 2018 University of Pennsylvania study found that reducing social media use to 30 minutes a day resulted in a significant reduction in levels of anxiety, depression, loneliness, sleep problem, and FOMO. So why don't you block a 30 minutes a day social media time? Try going without social media for an hour, and then 3 hours, and then an afternoon, and then the whole weekend. My friend just went overseas for 10 days. She didn't use her phone. She came back, told me that she felt like she left for months. It was so refreshing and relaxing, she told me. I really feel like I've been away for months. I used to be connected all the time, answering every messages on Slack, staying updating, being productive every second. But when I started installing boundaries, I just realized that I was not missing out. I was getting my time back. My time, my focus, and my peace of mind. So I challenge you, just for a week, try to unplug something very small. Turn off notification, delete an app, spend more time outdoors. See how it shifts your mind. And if you want to share with me how you did, don't hesitate to send me a DM on Instagram or comment on my post. I would love to hear what you've done to improve your peace of mind and your mindset. And if this episode resonates with you or with someone that you know needs help, don't hesitate to share this episode with them. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a comment, share it to the world. Just let me know how you feel after this, and I see you next time.